Dark Souls utilizes the medium of gaming in a way that transcends traditional boundaries, offering an experience that can only be appreciated through its unique form. Video game scholar Ian Bogost says, and I quote, "Video games are not merely products of entertainment. They are complex systems that can produce meaning, just like literature and film." Dark Souls is an immersive experience, known for its brutal difficulty. It's unforgiving and relentless, but it offers so much more than just a gameplay experience. It offers narrative depth and aesthetic design that's visually intricate and conveys its narrative through environmental storytelling. It brings people together, it brings communities together, and it saves people. Dark Souls is an action role-playing game set in the decaying kingdom of Lordran, where players take control of an undead cursed with the dark sign, as we are tasked to navigate through this unforgiving world to break the undead curse. There's this seamless synergy between the gameplay mechanics and the story, where every game mechanic reinforces the themes of the story. For example, death and rebirth are very much central themes of the narrative. The dark sign that players are branded with marks them as undead, which means they are cursed to never truly die. This ties the mechanic of dying and respawning in the game, which not only combats the ludonarrative dissonance that comes with dying and coming back to life, but it also reflects those themes of failure, struggle, and ultimately perseverance that lingered throughout the game. This makes the game feel more meaningful. You, as the player, feel more drawn to the world. The story itself is cryptic and alluring, offering minimal direct exposition. Players will have to piece together the story through exploration, item descriptions, and NPC dialogue.
Oh, cursed are you? Is that what brings you to me?
This vague approach to storytelling allows for players to fill in the blanks, leading to different interpretations of the story. We become so involved and deeply connected to the world. What starts off as a medieval fantasy game where you're fighting off knights and dragons in castles and forts slowly dwells into more cosmic horror elements. One of the most remarkable aspects of Dark Souls is its masterful world design. The world of Lordran becomes a character itself. Its interconnected map with shortcuts and looping paths connecting to previous areas makes Lordran feel alive and meticulously crafted. Bateman says, and I quote, "The world itself is a constant reminder of its history and decay, enhancing the narrative experience." It doesn't feel like the player is going from level to level, but going deeper into this world, much like how their understanding of the game and story grows deeper. There is a deliberate omission of a soundtrack or a score during most of the game, aside from the boss fights and two areas in particular. Sodama explains, and I quote, "The absence of a traditional soundtrack in Dark Souls during key moments serves to amplify the emotional impact of the experience, evoking feelings of isolation and melancholy." One of the areas that does have a soundtrack is Firelink Shrine, the hub area. The melancholic ethereal strings alongside the subtle harmonic shifts creates a sense of calmness and sorrow. It reflects a lingering sense of hope in this bleak, decaying world. Then there's Ash Lake, a hidden area under an already hidden area. When the player first comes here, usually by accident, they are greeted with this. An infinite horizon surrounded by gigantic looming trees and a shore of ash. The soft choir-like vocals provoke a sense of awe and otherworldliness. Coming here for the first time feels surreal. As you enter this primordial place, you feel insignificant. You feel like you should not be here. Boss fights, another core part of the identity of Dark Souls, are another place where music is used. There are many amazing fights and each one is memorable. The last boss fight in the game, the climactic build-up to the end where you fight Gwyn. Instead of a triumphant, epic score, we are greeted with a haunting melody that evokes sorrow and resignation. It is now when we realize that Gwyn is not a villain, but a tragic figure. Once a god, now desperately clinging on to the first flame. By the end of the fight, instead of feeling victorious for overcoming the challenges of the game, we are left in contemplation. Dark Souls uses sounds and visuals to evoke complex emotions within the player and deepen our connection and relation to the world. Dark Souls has become a cultural touchstone and has quite literally saved people's lives. There's entire subreddits and posts on YouTube, videos dedicated where people recount how the game provided them with hope and a sense of purpose when they were struggling. The game has positively impacted them and in some cases even saved them from potential suicide. One of the most iconic lines in the game,
"Don't you dare go hollow,"
serves as a reminder to not lose hope or purpose. In the game, going hollow means losing one's sense of hope and purpose. This line has become a mantra for people around the world. Lamarco noted, and I quote, "Dark Souls addresses themes of despair, hope, and the cyclical nature of existence, which deeply resonates with players and encourages reflection in their own lives and challenges." The game itself is a symbol for hope, reminding us to keep pushing forward. See, when a game engages players on such a personal level, when it profoundly affects their lives, when it offers salvation, it becomes more than just a game. Dark Souls serves as a testament to the power of video games as an artistic medium, transcending the boundaries of its medium through its intricate world design, compelling narrative, and unique gameplay. It creates a rich tapestry through its music and set pieces, alongside its themes of struggle and perseverance that deeply engages the player.